Well, hello. It's me again, Aunt T, and this time I'm in beautiful Cedar, BC, British Columbia, Canada, in case you don't know. And I'm just enjoying the day, enjoying myself, having a little time away, and having a cup of tea. And it's steep tea. Now, the reason why I'm covering up, because they're not sponsoring me. And with YouTube, you're supposed to be careful about that. So, no, if I get some sponsors, oh, wouldn't that be nice? But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, hello, everyone. And how are you? And I'm okay. I'm having a bit of a day, I have to say. But I'm transforming it, working it out. You see, today is April 5th, and it's the day after my hubby passed away just 3 years ago. So, kind of a little out of sorts, being a little out of sorts for a little while. So, bear with me, folks. But anyway, I'd like to name today Green Day. Not because it really is Green Day, but I just was thinking about things that I did when I was a kid. And I went back there because I realized that I have never really been being myself for, I think most of my life. I don't think I've really been myself. And a lot of that is programming from the religion and also putting on the mask for professions I've been in, work I've been in, husbands I've been married to. I've just been somebody else for someone else. I've been acting, not myself, for everyone else. And so, now getting back to Green Day. There's a reason I'm wearing green, okay? All right. First of all, I like green, but, okay, there's an interesting story here, and you're going to probably find this kind of funny. And this is a little bit of a hello and, a little bit of putting a little bit of positive out there for all the HAWKS in Medicine Hat, football team in Medicine Hat. That's where I went to high school, okay? So an interesting thing. Now, we're going back, okay, when I was maybe 15, 16, 17, in Medicine Hat High, and they had a thing, and they had to quickly change that, but they had this thing to get everyone riled up for a pep rally and whatever for a football game, that the football players would go up and down the hallways and in Medicine Hat High, and everyone had to wear green. If you weren't wearing green, they tackled you and just put green felt pen all over you. It was terrible. It was just awful. And I forgot to wear green on one of the days that they were doing all this. And I was just mortified that they were going to tackle me. And so but I was just like invisible. And so because I had my mask on, I always made sure that no one could see me or know where I was, because I was this nerd that had the big glasses on, and I would walk like this in the hallways with my books so that no one would see me. I would be hunched over like this. And, when you're a teenager and you just get boobs, you're like, oh my God, I just got boobs. No one can see those boobs, and so you're covering them up. You're freaked out, right? So anyway, I didn't want anyone to see my boobs, and I didn't want anybody to see me that I wasn't wearing green. And because that was the religion, my stepmother, you don't want to be attracting boys, and I'm like, okay. And then the religion is, you don't want to be popular, so it's like, okay, so you're not allowed to be popular, you're not allowed to attract boys, and you're not allowed to be yourself. So there you go. So I couldn't really be myself at all. So I hid. And I think that this is a pattern for me because all my life I've been hiding who I really am. I've been hiding a lot of myself, of who I really am. And this is kind of me talking like this, me displaying myself like this is the real me. And there's been many times where I might have given little glimpses to people around me of the real me, and it kind of shocks them, shocks myself, actually, where I've actually noticed that there's something in me that's a little powerful, and I kind of go, oh, okay, where'd that come from? And so I'm saying I'm wearing green now. It's 50 years later. And I hope you guys do good, whatever. I hope if you're still wearing green, the Hawks, I checked on it online, and I guess it is still the color. But I do hope you stop tackling people. I think I think they stopped doing that a long time ago. That, whoa, way, way bad thing to do to people, right? Anyway, so getting back to putting on masks and being something you're not, and I'm at this time in my spiritual development, and I know this is woo-woo for some of those out there watching this. They're all rolling their eyes already, okay? But it's true, okay? It's true. It's real. It's real. We are transforming. People are transforming. People are changing. And all I can say is what's happening for me. And what's happening for me is I'm being visited more by spirit. They're letting me know things, and I'm being alerted to tell my story, to help people to realize and be okay with this change, to be okay, and to realize that this is going to become more normal than you know. And that as long as we are accepting to change these beliefs that we have had for thousands and thousands of years, that we each as individuals have within us this power. Yeah. And it's not, it's not like, okay, we're not changing into a Marvel Comics superhero, okay? But maybe some of us might be. I don't know. You never know. Who knows? But anyway, we are changing. We're starting to feel and act and do and be different. And I think it's about time we all took off our masks, whatever those masks are that we're wearing to please everybody, that we're wearing to be something we're not. And the biggest thing for me right now is this professional mask that I've always had on. I had this professional mask on that I'm supposed to act a certain way, be a certain way, and also the oh, you're a woman in the workforce, you're supposed to act a certain way and be a certain way. And, oh, no, I'm over 60 and I'm supposed to act a certain way and be a certain way. And it's like, forget that. You know, it's like enough already. Nobody is going to tell me what to do anymore. And I'm going to do what is best for me and best for the good for all. And that's the only rules I'm going to put on myself. And since we're in this system that we're still in, which is full of rules and regulations and rules and regulations, and then we add on more rules and more regulations. It's like we can't get enough rules and regulations that we have to add on more and more and more. It's just to the point of ridiculousness, isn't it? It's just enough. It's like they can't even keep up with the rules and regulations that they put on. The people that are asking and doing and issuing out and governing all of us with these friggin' rules and regulations, they can't even keep up with it because none of it makes sense, does it? No. So anyway, yes, there does have to be some rules. And by rules, I just mean foundations, principles. Foundations and principles are important. And from there, use an open mind. Be able to use your own judgment. And by that, I mean that you're not forcing your judgment and viewpoint on others, that you are not tackling them and putting green all over their face because they're not wearing green. Oh my God. Let's not do that. Let's not force everybody with our beliefs and our judgments and this is the only way or this is the right way. You're not doing this right. Because then we're just going backwards. We're just going backwards. And it's never going to end. So when I say foundations, when I say principles, I have to go back to talking about the Emerald Tablet. The principles given from the Emerald Tablet, from Hermes Trismegistus. I feel if you haven't read that, please just do yourself a favor, read that. And it's the foundation of life for everything. That there is polarities, that there is opposites, there is things that, like there's not, there's black and white, there's left and right, there's, gravity, there's magnetism, opposites, rhythm, all these, the rhythm swings back and forth, polarity. Look at that. The law of correspondence, as above, so below. Everything is designed to work together, but they have to merge. They have to merge. We have to merge somehow. And that is where the lesson is can you compromise of yourself to allow yourself to merge with the opposite? Because when you do, then you work better together. Right? Right. See, my hands had to compromise with each other to fit together. Everything is like that. There is no this side is better than that side. It's just so silly. And we do this all the time. So anyway, a lifetime of that has taken me 50 years to figure that out. Don't let yourself take 50 years to figure it out. And here I am, I'm wearing green. And if I would have been allowed to be myself in high school, good God, I would have been that popular girl. I would have been that cheerleader. I would have been the volleyball playing whatever, because I wanted to be. I wanted to be all that in my heart. And I wasn't allowed to be any of that because of a religion, because of family dynamics, you know, good grief. Who knows what crap I would have gotten into. Would have been great, but I missed all that, right? So anyway, a throwback to the 80s. I'm wearing a tall skirt. I've got my, let's see if I can lift this up. I've got my Doc Martens on. And yeah, because I love Madonna. Don't you just love her? Anyway, she was, I think that the song was Holiday or something in the 80s. And who was popular in the 70s? Oh, Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle, you know. My brother and I, we used to sit and listen to that. And he'd turn up his speakers real loud. We sit in the middle of the living room, and that was the thing then. Big speakers were really the thing. And just feel the vibration of the bass of all that. And it was really cool. Right. Yeah. Copacetic. Yeah. Ooh. I could have been a cool girl, but I wasn't allowed. So here I am in my 60s, trying to get back that feeling, you know, trying to get back what I lost. Yeah. And I'm still smiling. I'm still here. A lot of stuff people will go, well, how did you live through that? How did you do all that? And how come that can't be real? That can't be real that you went through all that. Look at you. And I'm like, it was hard. And I've gone through stages in my life where I was really angry. I was angry at the world. I was mad about everything. And I had to change that around because I was attracting more of that. I was attracting very negative things into my life. And yeah, so way back in the 80s, after I left my first husband, which was kind of the reason why I got had a lot of issues. That was a big trauma there. We won't talk too much about it, but anyway, when you go through something like that, it changes you. It changes you in a big way. And you can either own that and it becomes your life, and you go through your whole life as a victim, always talking about it, always reliving it, or you can look at it and go, okay, how can I change this in myself? How can I look at that as it was a lesson? How can I look at this differently? Like, why did I have to learn that? And when I look at it as now, I look at it as obviously I had some reason I chose in this life to go through that. Again, bear with me, but I do feel I was a warrior in another life. I feel that my last husband and I were both in some type of army, we had this kinship, him and I, that I always felt like I was not just his wife, but in another life that I was his shield or his number one, or I don't know, like he was my captain and I was, I was always with him. I feel that him and I fought many wars. And so maybe in this life I had to, with the mates I chose that were hard on me. Maybe it was I had to make up for something, or I chose again that to find some way to go through those lessons, that bit of hardship again, so I could have more understanding to where I am right now. So I look at it that way. But I don't own it anymore. That's the thing. I don't own that. That's not me. That's not me. I'm not a victim. And I'm never going to be a victim. That's the one thing about people that have gone through something like that, is that you don't want anybody to know or to talk to you like you're a victim. Especially if you're a strong person. You don't want that. And so you don't like to talk about it. And so what you do is you want to transform it and find a way to change that of what happened into finding ways to be grateful, finding ways to be thankful and grateful for what you do have, for the experiences that you have gone through, and to move forward past it, and to forgive. And forgive it. Forgive even those that have harmed you in such a severe way. And so that's what I do. I forgive. I haven't forgotten. I just forgive. I forgive them. Kind of like Christ on the cross, forgiving everyone for stabbing him in the side, for nailing his hands and feet. Yeah, he forgave them. Yeah, pretty tough. But that's the only way you can go through that, which is awful, which is tragic, which is stuff you don't want to hold on to. Because as soon as you hold on to that and you keep talking about it, and you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, and you have to repeat it to other people, it just keeps you there. And then you own it, and then you become it. You don't want to become that. So, here I am in green. Happy Green Day, everyone. And yeah, you go Hawks. You go. And I'm sorry I'm 50 years late. But yeah, I support you. And ta-da. Have a great day, everyone. Remember to take off your mask. Be you. Be yourself. To your own self, be true. I am. Bye now.